The average person is exposed to more than 80,000 toxins on a daily basis. Everybody loves that fresh laundry smell in the fabric softener. And that's actually the #1 cause of indoor air pollution. Hey everybody, I'm Serena Music. Welcome back to my channel. This is the Carnivore Revolution. And today we're going to talk about toxins. The average person is exposed to more than 80,000 toxins on a daily basis. So just imagine what that amount of toxins does to a tiny person, to a baby or a toddler or a child. Imagine what that amount of toxins does to an adult. Your body has to react to that many toxins. There is no choice but for your body to have a negative reaction to that amount of toxins. And we live in a world and a time where everything is fake or processed or full of toxins, right? Almost nobody's hair is its natural color. It is being dyed and the color is being changed by toxic ingredients, right? The makeup that we use is toxic. Everybody's makeup is just so bad for them. The cleaning products that we use are toxic. The air that we breathe outside is toxic. Most of the foods that we eat are artificial and or toxic and full of ingredients that our body doesn't even recognize. Most people, most adults, and lots of children are on multiple medications. I know people who carry the big bottle of ibuprofen from Sam's Club in their purses. Who needs that much Tylenol? Who needs that much pain reliever? Everything is toxic. And so today we're going to talk about some ways that you can eliminate some of those toxins. So the first thing we're going to tackle is cleaning products. Cleaning products are just terrible for you. So one of the ways that you can get rid of some of those toxic cleaning products is to use white vinegar. White vinegar kills 99.9% of germs, just like Clorox bleach does, except you don't have to wear gloves when you use it, and you don't have to worry about what happens if your kids ingest it or if you get it in your eye. You don't have to worry about the smell or the fumes lingering. White vinegar, actually the smell dissipates after it dries, so you don't have to worry about it'll smell while you're cleaning. Of course, once it's dry, it won't smell anymore. And so one of the things I want to mention is when you clean your floor with one of those terrible toxic floor cleaners and then your baby walks across it, just remember that the toxins that they touch on the floor, whether they're crawling on their hands and knees or walking on their bare feet, those toxins are in their bloodstream within 30 seconds. That's got to affect somebody, right? Especially somebody who's that little. So it's important to eliminate those toxins from your home. We have used white vinegar almost exclusively in our house for years. If you have a shower that is very dirty or a bathtub that needs to be cleaned, let me give you a piece of advice. Get yourself one of those steel scrubbers. Why can I not think of what they're called? Get yourself one of those steel round scrubbers and do it while your bathtub and your shower is dry. It will come off like chalk. Just scrub it with that. And it's like a Brillo pad, but without the soap in it. And you will find that it'll clean your tub and your shower better than anything that you have ever used before. And then if you just spray some white vinegar on your countertops, pour it in your toilet, wipe it down, use the brush, for your toilet, wipe off your countertop in your bathroom, scrub your sink with the vinegar. If you need something else, you could use some baking soda for cleaning along with the vinegar. And that's not going to give you, it's not going to have a toxic reaction. Like if you mix some cleaning products together, you get kind of an even more toxic reaction from that. And you won't have that at all if you clean with baking soda, vinegar, and a Brillo pad. But again, you want the ones that don't have the soap on them. And that's going to really help you with your cleaning. And then you won't have to use any of those toxic things. As far as soap goes, like for dishes and things like that, we just use a more natural soap that you can find at the grocery store that doesn't have as many ingredients in it. And so count ingredients and make sure there aren't a lot in the things that you do buy. And even a lot of those ones that they say natural on it or simple cleaner, people find them at Target and Walmart and things like that. Those aren't always as clean as you think. And you can use the EWG app on your phone and you can actually scan those barcodes on those things. That's the environmental working group. You can scan the barcodes and they'll come up and it'll give it a rating. And I'm telling you, it's very hard to find ones that don't have a bad rating, even if they say they're good on it. So just remember that the companies can pretty much say whatever they want. So you have to do your own research and find your own things that work. But again, a Brillo pad without the soap on it, and also some vinegar and some baking soda will go a long way. But again, to clean a yucky shower, do it dry, and you'll be really amazed. One of the other things I wanted to talk about is fabric softener. Everybody loves that fresh laundry smell in the fabric softener. And that's actually the #1 cause of indoor air pollution. I know, crazy, right? And we want all of our clothes to smell good. We use scented laundry detergent, and then we use scented fabric softener in the washer, and then we use a scented dryer sheet in the dryer. Think about what that does to your receptors. All of that is toxic, and it is making you sick. And I know that that's hard to believe because we think it's just a scent. They can be endocrine disruptors. They can cause ADHD in children. It can make kids hard to focus because of that. It can cause allergy symptoms. It can cause rashes. There are so many things that all of those ingredients can cause issues with. And so the best thing to do is to just not worry about it. So I use a natural unscented laundry detergent. I buy sheets from Earth Breeze, and I'm on a subscription, and they come in the mail. They come once a month, just a stack of these sheets that I can pull off and I can put in the bottom of my washing machine before I put my clothes in. And it does a really good job, and it comes out with no scent, which is great. And you can pour some white vinegar into your fabric softener container on your washing machine, and it'll make your clothes and everything really nice and soft. And then you don't even need a dryer sheet. You might have a little bit of static cling. And if that happens, you can get yourself some wool dryer balls. They have them on all different websites. They sell them at Amazon. Make sure you get yourself some wool dryer balls to keep from having so much static cling. And then I wanted to talk about makeup. Makeup is also one of those toxic things, and we are putting it right here on our faces. And then we expect to have nice skin as we age. We're hoping to not have as many wrinkles. We're hoping to eliminate toxins from our lives, but we keep using toxic products. And so I really like this makeup called Araza. It's a great makeup. It's a good, smaller company. And I would much rather give my money to a smaller company than to my local drugstore or a store like Walmart. I already spend enough money at those places getting things that I don't want to contribute anymore. I think it's best if we can buy things from smaller companies when we can. And this seems like a great company. The makeup has really great ingredients. I like to use the concealer. I put that under my eyes and over any spots that I might have. And then I go over those same spots with the foundation because I don't wear like a foundation all over my face. So I do that again, just kind of with my finger. And then I really like the blush and I really like the powder. Both of those really work very well. I didn't have any breakouts when I switched to this brand. Now it is a little bit more expensive than going to those other stores and getting just the normal makeups that we usually buy. But what I did was I just replaced it kind of one thing at a time. As I was running out of blush, I went ahead and ordered the blush. When I was running out of my concealer, I ordered the concealer. They also have some little samples that you can get that are really inexpensive just so you can try it first. I also use their lipstick. I just think they have some amazing products. And so I highly recommend getting from them. I will put my discount code in the description of this video. So if you want to go buy some, you can get a discount. And then one of the other things I wanted to talk about today is skincare products. And so for those of you who don't know, I do have my own line of skincare products, and I hope that you will check it out and buy some of those for me. You can get those at purelytallow.com. I have some whipped tallow lotion that is very good for your skin. It can eliminate all kinds of small wrinkles and fine lines, especially if you use some of the ones that do have some essential oils in them. I have an unscented version of all of my products. And so you can certainly get the unscented one. The way I kind of set myself apart from most of the other tallow companies is that my tallow lotions are just the beef tallow. They don't have jojoba oil, coconut oil, or olive oil in them. I just use the beef tallow. And a lot of people say the texture is actually better than the ones where people add other things to them. And so I just feel like if we can use more one ingredient products, just like if we can eat more one ingredient foods, we're going to feel a lot better. And so I really try to stick with as few ingredients as possible. So my whipped tallow lotions are just the beef tallow. There's the unscented version. And then I also have scents like blue lavender that has blue tansy essential oil in it and medicinal grade lavender essential oil in it, which are both really good for your skin for reducing fine lines and wrinkles and acne and things like that. And so I really like that one. That's the one I use every night before bed. I also use that one in the morning when I get ready, and they're really not greasy at all. I can put it on and do my makeup right away. And I actually should correct myself. I don't use that one every night before bed anymore because I have a new favorite that I like to use before bed. But I want to get back to the whipped tallow lotions first. I also have a Bulgarian rose that has rose oil that I imported straight from a rose plantation in Bulgaria. And that one smells wonderful. Again, it's great for your face. Rose oil goes back to forever. Rose oil is just so amazing for your skin. I also have Egyptian jasmine, and I have Madagascar vanilla and some green mandarin. And when I make all of my citrus products, any of the citrus products that you see on the website, they are made with green mandarin essential oil instead of a regular citrus oil, which can cause photosensitivity. And that means that you can get sunburn a lot easier. So you do have to be careful if you order from other companies. You want to be sure that you're getting green mandarin as your citrus instead of just a regular lemon or an orange oil. So I also have some other scents of those lotions, and I also have an overnight mask that I love. That's the one I use now before bed. It has Roman chamomile and lavender and frankincense in it, which are just time-tested essential oils that are super good for your skin, for healing, for anti-aging. And then I also have an oil facial cleanser. It has a little bit of castor oil in it to help get your makeup off. You can rub that all over your face, even over your eyes, and then you just use a hot, wet washcloth that you have wrung out, and you just wipe that over your face to get all the makeup off. I like to do it 3 times with my washcloth. I just put the facial oil cleanser on once, and then I wipe it off with a hot, wet washcloth, and it gets all of my makeup off, all the impurities. It's really amazing how well that works. It also has emu oil in it and wild camel hump fat, and actually the overnight mask also has those fats in it. Those fats are all super good for your skin and have been used as moisturizers for generations. And so they work really well. They moisturize. They can help with skin conditions like eczema and psoriasis. I also have a convenient squeeze tube of a couple of the different lotions and an aftershave for men. Not everybody wants to have to carry a glass jar around, so I bought some BPA-free tubes that you can use, and those work really well for carrying that lotion. I have a creamsicle version of that and an unscented, and then a cedarwood cypress aftershave for men, and then also an unscented aftershave for men. I also have candles on the website that are made with beef tallow and beeswax, so you won't be putting any other kinds of toxins in the air. Again, those toxins from the candles are the same as from the scents from the other things that we talked about. They can be endocrine disruptors, they can cause allergies, they can cause all kinds of issues that you would have no idea are being caused by all of those delicious, lovely candles that you have going all the time. And this is especially important this time of year because we're going into fall and we're going into Christmas time when we use more toxins than we normally do because everybody loves those smells. And it's really not worth the damage that it's doing to your health. So what else do I have on the website? I also have a lip balm that is made with goose fat, beef tallow, and beeswax. And the reason I put goose fat in it is because goose fat is historically known for either healing or preventing things that happen to your lips, like chapped lips and also cold sores and things like that. So I really try to pay attention to the products that I'm using, to the ingredients that I'm using to make my products. And so the goose fat is a great addition to that lip balm. I also have a whipped tallow lotion that's called Pain Ease that's great to rub on sore joints and things like that. There are many products on the website that can help you in so many ways. And so I hope that you'll check out my website at purelytallow.com and look at those natural products. And then I want to talk about foods too, because not everybody is here because they are carnivores. People have just seen this video and wanted to know what I'm talking about the toxins. And so I want to talk about those foods that are so toxic. We should definitely, as a society, be eating more one ingredient foods. We should be counting those, and we should be counting the preservatives that are in all of our foods because they are making us sick. We are the least metabolically healthy that we have ever been in this country and in most civilized nations. People are super sick, and it's because of the foods that we are eating. And so I think you need to count the ingredients. You should be, I know you've heard this before, shopping around the outside of the grocery store, not going into those inside aisles. And yes, that means no cereal, no potato chips. It means not eating the normal foods, because have you looked around and seen normal lately? When people say to me as a carnivore, don't you just want to be normal? No, I do not just want to be normal. I do not want to be taking a bunch of medications every day because I'm so unhealthy, because I'm metabolically sick. I don't want to not be able to run and not be able to lift weights and not be able to participate in the activities that my family does because I'm sick. I want to be able to get up off the floor easily to play with my grandkids when I have them. I want to be healthy and not have lots of health issues, and you do too. And so what you need to do is, again, not shop in the middle of the grocery store, not eat the processed foods. One of the things that you really for sure need to do is to cut out those vegetable oils. And I know that we have been told that those vegetable oils are healthy for us, but they are not. Those vegetable oils can cause lots of inflammation. They can cause lots of sicknesses, joint pain. Those aren't oils that your body knows how to process. And so your body holds on to some of those things. And if you ever saw how those were made, you would stop using those oils to cook, and you would stop eating things with those oils in them. It's a disgusting process. They use bleach and all kinds of disgusting chemicals to get those oils to a point where they can even be tolerated and not smell horrible and not be a disgusting color. And so do yourself a favor and look into how some of those vegetable oils are made. Have you ever tried to get oil out of a vegetable? It just doesn't work very well, right? And so you should give up sugar, processed foods, and all grains, and you will be so much healthier. Do I think everybody needs to be a carnivore? No, I don't. I don't think everybody needs to be a carnivore. I do think everybody should be low carb, though, and I think everybody should give up those foods. And I think that if you do those things, you'll be healthier than 95% of Americans or whatever country you're in. If you would just give up those things, you would be that much healthier. And so the last thing that I want to talk about today is medicines as far as toxins go. I know lots of people take medicine, and I do think that there is a place for modern medicine. I just had a bladder infection and I had to take an antibiotic, and it wiped me out. I have not taken an antibiotic in about 15 years at least. It's actually probably been longer than that. We don't even keep a medicine cabinet in our house typically because and it's not because nobody ever gets sick. We do get sick, but we just kind of deal with the symptoms. If I do end up having to buy something like a bottle of Tylenol or something because somebody had their wisdom teeth taken out or somebody has an injury or something like that, we usually end up throwing the bottle away before it's gone because it expires. And what we do instead is we use a lot of essential oils for our health care. And we have taken care of things from ear infections and bronchitis and eye infections for like pink eye. We've taken care of those things. We've taken care of strep throat. We've taken care of a lot of things, muscle aches and pains, joint aches and pains. We have taken care of many, many things in our house by using essential oils instead of immediately going to the medicine cabinet. Up until last year, my kids had not been to the doctor for a sickness in about 13 years. And the only reason we went last year is because we thought one of them had been bit by a tick. And it turns out the other one was bit by a tick. So we did end up with some antibiotics then for them. But typically we don't keep medicines in the house because we can just use certain essential oils for certain things like headaches and migraines. And this honestly was the first time I've had to be on an antibiotic for a bladder infection. I've had other bladder infections and not needed an antibiotic for it because I've taken care of it myself here at home with essential oils. And so it is possible. If you have any questions about essential oils, it is easy to use those instead of medications. You have to practice it though, because it's so easy to just reach for that bottle. Now, I'm not saying go off of all of your prescription medications because a lot of people are on prescriptions. But the problem with prescriptions is you take one prescription and then it causes a side effect, and then you have to take another prescription to do something about that side effect, and then that one causes another side effect. And so a lot of people end up being on multiple medications when they probably could not even be on one. And there are essential oils that can do the jobs of some of those things if you're willing to give them a try. Now, will they always work? Will you never get sick? No. I mean, yes, you will get sick. They're not always going to work completely 100% and keep you from getting sick or make you better. And I'm a prime example of that this past month with this bladder infection. but there are so many things that they are good for, so many things that they work for, that if you could just, again, eliminate some of those toxins, some of those medications. I like to look at it like this, like everybody has a bucket and we put everything in that bucket. We put the artificial ingredients from the foods, we put the grains that our body doesn't even really know how to digest anymore. The vegetable oils and seed oils go in that bucket. The toxins from the cleaning products that we use, and the toxins in our makeup, and the toxic products in our, our skincare products, we put all of that in this bucket. And when the bucket starts to overflow is when we start to have sicknesses or illnesses or issues like autoimmune diseases, ADHD, hives, rashes, things like that. So if we can bring back some of those toxins and put them back in that bucket, we can keep that bucket from overflowing, is when we can be healthier. And so anything you can do, and I know this is a little bit overwhelming, like you're not going to go throw everything away right now, but if you start making those changes, as you run out of your laundry detergent, get a more natural one. As you run out of fabric softener, try not to buy it. Try to use white vinegar instead. As you run out of those things, try to replace them with something that's more natural. As you run out of your blush, go ahead and order a more natural one. As you run out of all of these things, replace them with things that are better, that are healthier, that are going to help you put all of your stuff back into your bucket so that maybe some of your symptoms will go away. And again, it doesn't always work for everything, but it certainly is a good place to start, because I think everybody agrees that having all of these toxic ingredients, having all of these artificial foods, the food dyes, just the garbage we put into our systems, the garbage that we breathe in every day, the stuff we put on our skins, if we can eliminate some of that, we might just be healthier for it. So another topic that I didn't talk about this time is hair products. You really don't even need shampoo. So if you're curious about that and what I do instead, spoiler alert, it's white vinegar. Again, that's what I use to wash my hair. And there is a video a few videos back about how I don't wash my hair. And so make sure you check that one out. Okay, I think I'm done. I'm off my soapbox for today. Hope you guys have a great evening. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.